Dr. Vincent Olatunji, the National Commissioner of the Nigeria Data Protection Commission, joins me now. Good to see you and thanks for your time. It looks like a busy week for you and your team, but again, let's start off by providing us an overview of the data protection landscape here in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I think we are making good progress. We already started just about 3 years ago. We started with the regulation, and a small unit was set up under NIDA to implement the regulation. With the traction we were able to achieve within 1 year, we made a recommendation to the former president that the global best practice is for you to have a national legislation on data protection, not just a regulation, and more importantly, to have an independent body that will enforce the law. So that was when the Data Protection Bureau was created in 2003 by the former president, but without a law. We're just using the regulation then. But we worked, part of the mandate given to us was to ensure that we develop and put in place a proper national legislation on data protection, which we were able to achieve within 1 year. And the law was signed on the 12th of June 2023 by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. And that gave us more power, instrument to operate, and international recognition. And the way the law was crafted, it has been regarded as the most progressive all over the world, because we looked at various laws that had been passed before our own, and looked at the current realities in Nigeria, our culture, our people, the level of deployment of digital technologies, and the need for digital identity. Look at all these, and we got input from all stakeholders, from the public sector, private sector, multinational, civil society groups, the media, to ensure that everybody will see it as our document, not just government document. And to a large extent, that has really assisted us that even in terms of international recognition, because of that law, Nigeria is now a member of the Global Privacy Assembly. And we are also a member of the Network of African Data Protection Authorities. In fact, May next year, we are bringing all DPAs, that is Data Protection Authorities in Africa, to Nigeria for the annual
Trust me, we'll have that conversation so that we can talk more about what is to come here on the continent. You know, I'm quite sure a lot of people will be amazed that this is happening, especially public, individuals and organizations. What are the some of the main challenges in ensuring the integrity and security of data for the public and even for organizations here in Nigeria?
A lot, but the number one thing is awareness. A lot of people, data subjects, over 200 million Nigerians, they don't know their rights. They don't even understand data privacy. When you tell them about data privacy, what's data privacy? What's data protection? In fact, at the point of when we are developing the law, there are some even very top people in different organizations will talk to them about privacy. Oh, I've given up my data all this way, nothing has happened. Until we now broke it down for them, the implications of data breaches. And to large extent, data subjects are beginning to speak up and actually press for their rights. And on the part of data controllers and processors, that is those who collect and process our data, a lot of them don't even understand data privacy. And they hold that duty of care, that they are accountable for any data within their database. To a large extent, that is getting better now, because we are now creating awareness to let people know what their rights are and what they need to do. And in terms of reputation as a country, we are all aware of Mr. President's efforts in attracting foreign direct investment for the country. A lot of countries are not willing to do business with us as a country if you don't have an enforceable data protection law, an independent data protection authority. And to a large extent, this is attracting a lot of investors in Nigeria, that if there's any problem with their data, the way it is being processed, there's a breach. There's a law that actually protects them. There's a data protection authority that they can run to seek for recourse. So all these things are some of the things that we're beginning to live in Nigeria.
You know, still in line with awareness, you and your team, you've been in the news, and for the right reasons. That's why we're excited you're here. In the Fidelity Bank case, you know, what infractions led to the record-breaking fine, and what lessons learned?
It actually started in April 2023. A data subject actually reported to us about the way and manner his data was being processed by the bank. And we invited the data subject. We invited Fidelity Bank. We started an investigation, because our usual practice, if a report is made to us, you write to the data controller or data processor to explain what really happened. With that, we were able to really properly evaluate if there was a breach or not. And when we wrote to Fidelity, they actually came, they made a submission, we reviewed the submission again. And the way breaches are investigated, if a case is reported to you, you don't limit it to that case alone. You now look at the record of their data processing
So
activity.
one whistleblower can lead to a whole lot of
A whole lot,
findings.
just like a driver crossing traffic red light. The offense that you have crossed a red light. Now they will start asking you, where is your driver license? Your vehicle particulars, your extra tire, your jack, your seat control. So a lot of things that will come up. It's the same thing here. If a case reported to us, we will now review their data processing activity. And when we did that for Fidelity Bank, we discovered a lot of non-conformities, let me put it that way, to the data privacy law. And our practice is to, if we discover such things, we'll tell them what to do. We take them through compliance, and if the right thing has been done, we monitor them for 6 months. And we were on this, as I said, we started since April last year. We've been having back and forth correspondence here and there. Okay, pay remediation fee. We'll go through remediation, we'll do this, and we're getting to a point that they became complacent about it. And the law is the law. We have to really come up with the full force of the law. And we've been very magnanimous with the fine that we issue. We ideally, the fine ranges from between 10 million up to 2% of your gross earning for the previous year. And what we usually just 0.1% of their gross earning for last year, which we think is still moderate.
Olatunji, I wouldn't let you go without you telling us so that we can know what's happening to our data. At what point should myself or anyone watching know that there is some kind of infringement or compromise so that they can blow the whistle?
Now, I think the most important thing is for data controllers to be transparent in the way they collect and process it. That when they are collecting your data, they'll tell you this is what they are going to be using your data for. For instance, if it's for banking services, for instance, the main purpose of collecting that data is for banking purposes. Now, if an insurance company or a medical center is now calling you, knowing that you have sufficient funds in your account, please come and let's insure you because we know you are capable. How did they get the information? They are using the purpose, original purpose is for you for banking services, and now they are introducing insurance to it. They are not related in any way. But if they are saying, okay, because you have an account with us, we know that you are credible, we are offering you a loan. That is still further processing, but it's not completely deviating from the main purpose of collecting data. So any unauthorized process of your data, any unauthorized access to your data, all these are data breaches. If you are not transparent enough, if they didn't get your consent before processing it, you want to make rectifications, maybe inaccurate data about you, if you want to correct it and they are saying no to you, it is your right. Yeah. You can press charges. If you are saying, okay, I'm no more using your organization, please erase my data from your database completely. They will look at their data retention policy. That will guide them on what to do. If they refuse to do that, they are liable. A lot of issues, but the most important is that data controllers, whenever they are processing any data, it must be lawful, it must be fair. That is, the parameter they are using for it is what you must use to forbid. They must be transparent, declare the purpose of such data. Or for instance, banks that will just take your phone number and open an account on your behalf without any interaction with them. That's an offense.
Well, clearly this conversation will continue because the fear here is looking at the other side, someone giving you your information to the bad guys out there. And who knows? Dr. Vincent Olatunji, National Commissioner, Nigeria Data Protection Commission. Many thanks for your time, and we should do this again soon.
I really appreciate that.